Previously, we saw tensions rising between Furin High and Shishi Torin, setting the stage for an epic showdown. In this episode, rivalries intensify, secrets from the past resurface, and we dive deeper into the motivations of our favorite characters. Will the bonds of friendship hold strong, or will the thirst for power tear them apart? Let's find out. He starts talking to everyone very friendly, showing no arrogance about being powerful. After that, Ragi tries to explain everything to Umem, but Umem doesn't pay attention and instead starts talking about his vegetables. Seeing this, Sakura gets quite angry, and Ragi also begins to lose patience, but neither of them can say anything to Umem. Suddenly, the boy they had saved earlier tells Umem, "I saw some thieves in the market and followed them until I reached Shishi Torin's territory. Then, the Shishi Torin people tried to attack me, but Sakura and Sugita entered their area and saved me." Saying this, the boy starts crying profusely. Seeing this, Umem understands everything, thanks the boy, and says, "You just tried to help the people of my town, and that's how you ended up in Shishi Torin's area, so don't be afraid. I'll handle everything from now on." Hearing this, the boy feels much more relaxed and shares how Sakura and Sugita kicked one of their boys hard to save him. Listening to this, Umem laughs and says, "There's no point in talking to the Shishi Torin people now, because after that kick, they'll definitely want to fight." Umem then tells Sakura, "What you did was right, and I would have done the same in your place." He thanks Sakura, which makes Sakura feel unexpectedly good. Observing this, Sakura realizes why everyone admires Umem so much. He makes everyone feel safe, and that's how a leader should be. While they are talking, Ragi gets a call from his friend Kaji, who informs him that Shishi Torin's leader, Choji, has beaten Kaji and his friends badly and is now standing outside the school alone. Choji challenges Umem to come out and fight. Everyone steps outside the school, but Umem forbids his comrades from fighting. Hearing this, everyone stops in their tracks, leaving Sakura completely shocked. He wonders how Umem changed his behavior so quickly. A while ago, he was joking and laughing with them, but now he seems like a completely different person. Choji confronts Umem and says, "You started this fight by entering our territory and attacking our men, so now you must fight me." But Umem replies, "You also came into our territory and attacked our people, so you broke the rules too. Fighting now doesn't make sense." Hearing this, Choji attacks Umem, but Umem easily blocks the attack. Choji then challenges Umem to strike back, but Umem calmly asks, "Why are you so eager to fight?" Choji confesses, "Since I became the leader, my life has been so boring, but you always seem happy even as a leader, and that's why I want to defeat you." Listening to this, Umem realizes what's truly bothering Choji. While they're talking, Togame arrives with more Shishi Torin members. Ragi, Sakura, Sugita, and Suo stand beside Umem, ready to fight, but Togame warns them, saying, "Fighting here in front of everyone is too risky, so we shouldn't do it." Umem agrees and proposes to Choji, "I'm ready to fight you alone, but first, send your men back." Choji, however, suggests an alternative. How about a one-on-one tournament-style fight? Everyone agrees to this idea and starts picking their opponents. Umem is matched with Choji, Sakura chooses Togame as his opponent, and then a new Shishi Torin member named Saku raises his hand and challenges Ragi. It's revealed that Ragi and Saku have some past rivalry. With the opponent selected, Choji tells Umem to come to his town the next day and leaves. Later, everyone gathers at Kotowa's cafe, where Kotowa tries to reassure them, saying, "Don't worry too much. Nothing bad will happen tomorrow." However, Neri expresses concern, saying, "If Umem loses to Choji tomorrow, Choji will take over all of Furin and destroy it completely." Kotowa tells Neri not to worry, assuring him that their team is very strong. After dinner, Sakura prepares to head home, but Nair stops him and asks him to wait for Umem. Soon, Umem and the others arrive, and Umem starts talking to Kotowa. Watching this, Sakura assumes Kotowa must be Umem's girlfriend. Just then, Umem turns to Sakura and says, "There's nothing like that. Kotoha is not my girlfriend. She's more like a little sister to me," said Umemiya. Kotoha then explained to Sakura, "Umemiya and I grew up in the same group, so he considers me like his sister." At this moment, Ragi added, "Umemiya is very attached to Kotoha, so if she were ever in danger, he would do anything to protect her." Sakura then asked everyone, "What exactly are these Shishi Torin guys like?" Ragi explained, "Shishi Torin is a team that only grows by fighting. They're filled with reckless people, but they didn't bother anyone in the past. We fought them once before, but that was before Choji became their leader. Ever since Choji took charge, they've been intentionally picking fights with other teams wherever they go and beating them. I don't understand why they're doing this. Umemiya said, the reason is Choji. Tomorrow, when I talk to him, we'll find out why he's acting this way. Everyone was surprised to hear this and thought, we're gonna fight them tomorrow, so how will we talk to Choji? Umemiya then explained to Sakura, fighting is also a way of talking. Every punch tells you a lot about your opponent. Sakura didn't quite understand these words. Meanwhile, the boy whom Sakura had saved wished them all good luck for the fight. Sakura replied, I'm not fighting for you. Kotoha interjected, all you need to say is, leave everything to me. Sakura realized that leaders are supposed to make others feel safe, and if he wanted to become one, he needed to do the same. The next day, the group headed toward Shishitorin. As they traveled, Sakura thought, this is the first time I'm fighting for someone else, so I have to win. When they arrived, Choji warmly welcomed Umemiya and the others, leading them into their base. Sakura asked Naire, if you're not fighting, why did you come with us? Naire replied, I'm also a member of Bufurin. Even if I don't fight, I can learn a lot by watching you all. Choji brought them to a movie theater that Shishitorin had turned into their battleground. The Shishitorin members were excited to watch the fights, which made Nair very nervous. Sakura reassured him, don't be scared. Just watch the fights carefully and learn to fight calmly. Hearing this, Nair felt a bit more confident. Umemiya told his team, the main fight is between Choji and me. Whether you win or lose your matches doesn't matter. Don't stress about it. But Sakura, fully prepared, declared, I'll win this fight no matter what. Choji eagerly asked Umemiya to fight him immediately, but Togame intervened, saying, you two are team leaders, so you shouldn't fight first. Let the others have their one-on-one fights first, and then you two can battle. A Shishitorin member challenged Sugita to a fight, and Sugita accepted. Before Sugita headed to the stage, Sakura told him, you have to win this fight. If you lose, I'll never fight alongside you again. Motivated, Sugita stepped into the arena. The fight began, and the Shishitorin fighter landed a powerful punch on Sugita, but Sugita was unfazed. He picked up his opponent and slammed him to the ground, defeating him in a single move. Everyone, including the Shishitorin members and Neire, was shocked. They hadn't expected Sugita to be so strong. Even Choji enjoyed watching the fight. Umemiya and the others praised Sugita for his performance. Meanwhile, Togame was upset about his teammates' loss, but Choji didn't care. He ordered his members to throw the defeated fighter off the stage. In Shishitorin, the rule was that anyone who lost a fight was no longer part of the team. Seeing this, Suo and Sakura mocked the Shishitorin members, making them angry. They began to insult Suo in return, but Choji calmed everyone down. Kanuma, another Shishitorin member, stepped forward to challenge Suo. Suo prepared to fight, but turned to Sakura and said, when you first told me you came to Bufurin to rule, I thought you were lying. But after spending so much time with you, I've realized that you're capable of ruling here. However, as long as I'm around, you won't be the strongest here. With that, Suo stepped into the arena for his fight. Here, Sakura and the others think to themselves that they have never seen Suo fight before and wonder if Suo will be able to win. Meanwhile, Kanuma, who is facing Suo, says that he is still upset about his brother losing a fight because of Furin. We then learned that the boy Sugita defeated earlier was Kanuma's brother. Kanuma, now determined to avenge his brother, attacks Suo. However, Suo easily dodges Kanuma's attacks, showcasing incredible speed that leaves everyone astonished. Kanuma repeatedly tries to land a blow, but Suo evades him every time and counterattacks, leaving Kanuma humiliated. Watching this, Shishitorin's members start mocking Kanuma, which deeply hurts him. Sakura, observing the fight, remarks to Nayare how cruel Suo is for intentionally embarrassing Kanuma and making him appear weak. This makes Sakura feel bad for Kanuma. Omamiya and Ragi, witnessing Suo's behavior, realize that Suo must have been provoked by someone to act this way. Kanuma becomes desperate, knowing that if he loses, Togamin will not forgive him. He musters all his strength to launch a powerful attack on Suo. However, Suo, seemingly reading Kanuma's thoughts, taunts him, saying, "You're becoming the kind of person you despise." Suo prepares to finish Kanuma off, but Togamin intervenes and orders Suo to step down. From the stage, Togamin declares that Kanuma has disgraced Shishitorin and is no longer a member of the team. Kanuma, devastated, walks off the stage in shame. Meanwhile, Suo's victory impresses the Furin group, and Nayare asks Suo about his fighting skills, eagerly taking notes in his diary. Suo responds, "I wasn't like this before, but spending time with Sakura has started to make me angry." Hearing this, Sakura becomes enraged and challenges Suo to a fight, but Nayare stops him. Kanuma, having lost, approaches his brother and looks utterly dejected. Sakura then gets ready for his own fight, but before he can, a boy named Sako steps forward and challenges Ragi to a fight. Ragi accepts the challenge, which surprises Sakura and the others. They wonder how Ragi knows Sako. Omamiya explains to the group that Ragi is well connected outside Furin High and knows many people. Togamin, curious, asks Sako why he challenged Ragi. Sako doesn't answer and proceeds to fight. Before the fight begins, Ragi apologizes to Sako, saying, "I can't change what happened in the past, but I'm sorry for it." He then declares, "No matter what happens in this fight, I will win." Sako launches an aggressive attack on Ragi, refusing to give him any chance to retaliate. Nayare and the others are shocked to see Sako fighting with such intensity. Even Togamin and Togami, observing Sako's behavior, are surprised, as Sako has always been quiet and reserved in their team. Togamin deduces that something significant must have happened between Sako and Ragi in the past. During the fight, Sako accuses Ragi of being overly reliant on his power and says that arrogance is his downfall. Ragi counters, saying, "I didn't teach you to talk like this during a fight. How did you become so vocal?" A flashback reveals a scene where Ragi was training Sako to fight. Back in the present, Sako becomes even more enraged and increases the speed of his attacks. He delivers a powerful kick, knocking Ragi to the ground. Sako taunts him, saying, "Instead of becoming stronger, you've grown weaker because of this Furin group." Hearing this, Sakura becomes furious and scolds Ragi for letting their group be humiliated. Omamiya calms Sakura down and addresses Sako, saying, "Sako, right? Do you know that Ragi is one of Furin High's 4 kings and part of the group Tamonten, also known as the god of war?" Just as Omamiya is speaking, Ragi rises to his feet, ready to continue the fight. Ragi says to Sako, "It's been so long since someone hit me this hard, and I enjoyed it a lot, but now it's my turn." Saying this, Ragi attacks Sako, and we realize that until now, Ragi was just playing around with Sako, but now he is taking the fight seriously. After this, we are shown a flashback from some time ago, where we see some kids bullying and hitting Sako during school days. But just then, a young Ragi arrives and tells the boys to leave Sako alone. Back in the present, the fight between Ragi and Sako is going on fiercely, leaving everyone shocked. Meanwhile, Sapura thinks to himself that Ragi is even more powerful than he had imagined. Suo also says to Sakura, "It's obvious that Ragi is this strong. After all, he is one of the 4 kings of Furin, and everyone in the city knows his power. And because you just insulted him, Ragi is taking this fight even more seriously now. He's definitely going to win this fight." At this point, Ragi begins to beat Sako even more brutally. The story then shifts back to the past, where we see the same scene of the kids bullying Sako. Here, Ragi steps in, fights off the bullies, and saves Sako. But Ragi tells Sako, "You should have fought back against them and taught them a lesson." After that, Ragi himself starts teaching Sako how to fight, and the two become very good friends. However, after completing his studies, Ragi joins Furin High. When Sako sees this, he tells Ragi, "You should become the leader of Furin High and take me with you." But Ragi refuses and says, "I will support Omiya at Furin High, which is why I can't become the leader there, nor can I bring you into Furin High. You'll have to find your own path." After this, Ragi distances himself from Sako, which makes Sako angry at him. Later, when Sako was seen beating up some boys, Chuji and Tobame noticed this and included Sako in Shishitori. From that point on, Sako became a member of Shishitori and started thinking about becoming stronger than Ragi. In the present, despite being badly beaten, Sako still refuses to give up and fights Ragi again. Seeing this, Ragi says to Sako, "I'm sorry I couldn't keep you with me." Saying this, Ragi delivers a powerful punch to Sako, which injures him badly. But because Ragi had apologized to Sako, Sako replies, "I just wanted to be with you." Saying this, Sako loses consciousness and is defeated. Everyone enjoys watching this fight. Afterward, Tobame tells his men to take Sako off the stage since he has lost the fight and, according to Shishitori's rules, can no longer be a member. but Ragi stops anyone from doing so and lifts Sako off the stage himself. When Toba Mei goes to get Shishitori's jacket to remove Sako from the group, Ragi stops him from doing so. And that's it for this episode. The battles are heating up, and with every fight, new layers of these characters are revealed. Will Ragi's decisions come back to haunt him? How will Sakura handle the challenges ahead? And what's next for the escalating rivalry between Furin High and Shishitorin? Stay tuned for the next part as the stakes get higher and the fights get fiercer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more epic moments. See you next time.